Hello and welcome to this Let's Build series. In this series I'm going to be building a split level house, surprise surprise, and it's going to be kind of similar to one that I had already built, but I guess the key here is similar and not identical, so still trying to maintain a bit of variety and all that. So now basically I'm just working on the front facade here, and we're just gonna kind of go along and just the usual protocol for the Let's Build, which is basically just build the house, really. So let's see, from here this is going to be the garage. I need to go out 7 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll have a pillar there. Go ahead and get rid of this grass. I'm going to get rid of the rest of it using MC-Edit, but just so I have that stuff out of the way. Now this is going to be another part of the front facade, basically where the bedrooms will be, and yeah. So that's the very start of the house at this point. And now what do we have here? So we're going to go back from this, and we're going to go back 12 blocks, so 1, or no, that's, we've got 10 already. So yeah, we'll go back 10 blocks since we already have 2. And let me go ahead and set my timer real quick here. There we go. Alright, so we have 3 at this point, so we need 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, that's great. So let's go ahead and bring this on back here. Well, actually, let's fill in this part first. There we go. Alright, so now we'll just bring this on back to this side of the house. Fill that in too. And we'll just go ahead and build this up here. I don't know if I really like the wood, but I mean, if I should use like clay or something in its place, but I don't know. So let's see. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and build up the walls here, just at the just to begin with, and then we'll work more on the individual windows and such when I have more of the floor plan down. And now actually we're going to work more on the roof than anything. So as you can see, I'm just kind of starting on that. This one's going to have kind of a 2-parted roof sort of thing, I guess. And you'll see that take shape as more of the house comes together, which should be very soon, because this is a fairly simple, relatively speaking, a fairly simple design. So just watch here. Watch the magic happen. Alright, so this is basically the gist of the roof design. I'm going to build this up all the way back here, obviously, but this is kind of what sets this one apart somewhat from the other houses like it. So let's start with the roof on the other side here, and we'll just kind of probably go back and forth a bit and basically meet halfway. So that is the plan for the moment. Excuse me, it's every time I try to record a video, I get all kind of congested, so as you might imagine, that's real fun, and I mean that completely sarcastically. But, oh well, such is life, alright? Such is life. So we're just gonna, like I said, basically bring this roof on back here, and I don't know why I keep saying we or were, and I don't know. It's just kind of a thing, I guess I do. I don't really know why, but yeah, I guess we all have something, right? I think most of us do, at least. Maybe not all, but it could be safe to say most. So we're just going on back here, and that's pretty much the gist of it. So, you know, this out like this, and this one like that. And here we go. Alright. So now we'll just go ahead and fill in this part of the wall here. We'll leave this part empty because I think maybe I'll put in some windows, because this is where the bedrooms are going to be. Maybe I'll put in some windows there, and we'll see how that goes. So I guess I'll just leave that like so. Yeah, so that's the very beginnings of the house. So what I'm going to do now is basically put in the wool as the floor, and then I'm going to close this and bring up MC Edit just so I can basically do the driveway and what will be the lower level of the house, because while I could do that by hand, it would be extremely tedious and very boring to watch, and also boring for me to actually have to go through block by block and basically just replace everything. It's very tedious and lazy or otherwise. Frankly, I'd really rather not do that. So, yeah. Actually, I think this time I'm going to show the MC editing, just to give you an idea, or just to give you guys an idea of how exactly that goes, kind of what my protocol for that is. I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory, but I just want to show you kind of my methodology with that, and just in case it's something any of you guys were having a bit of trouble with. Yeah. So let me do this part of the ceiling here, and then I'll do the other part, because basically this part of the ceiling is going to be the regular flat kind, and the other part is going to be vaulted, and by vaulted I mean it basically follows the line of the roof. So I'll show you guys that in a minute, and let's see, so I think the wall is going to be here, so that means flat ceiling begins there and the vaulted ceiling ends there. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do this like so. Alright. And one more layer. Let me just throw in a glowstone block here, because if any of you guys are playing this on survival and or even just in creative without the mob spawning disabled, chances are that bats and stuff will spawn up there and they'll make a bunch of noise and just generally be annoying, as bats tend to be. So basically this is kind of the shell of the house, as you can see, and I'm just gonna go ahead and close Minecraft like I said and open up MC Edit, and basically I'll see you guys then. Okay, so this is MC Edit. I'm sure you guys are probably kind of familiar with this. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and select all this stuff in front of the garage and delete it. And then I'm going to replace this with black wool, like so. And I don't know why, but having Fraps running with MC Edit really slows it down. I mean, it's never really that fast of a program to begin with from all my experiences, but Fraps really just kills it, basically. I mean, it's still usable, as you can see here, but if you notice any slowdown or whatnot, then, well, I apologize in advance. So, that is just the nature of things, evidently. So we've cleared out the driveway and the garage and stuff. Now we're just going to do the same thing for the interior of the house, and that'll basically be it. So by doing this in probably the span of less than 2 minutes or so, we have saved probably 5 or 6 maybe minutes of actual work. So if you haven't downloaded MC Edit yet, or really any world editing program for that matter, I would definitely recommend it if you're at all able to. Just filled that in with orange wool, and I meant to use white wool, but anyway, you know, if you're able to, then by all means, I definitely recommend. So basically, you know, yeah, I mean, if you don't have any kind of world editing program or whatnot, I definitely recommend that you download one. It's very helpful, saves quite a lot of work, and it's a great thing to have overall. Had I used MC Edit sooner, I probably would have kind of corrected some of the scaling things, like the roads here only being 5 blocks wide, but you know, now that ship has kind of sailed, and that's a bit too big of a thing to do retroactively, so oh well. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to the MC editing. So let me just go ahead and save this, and then I will resume in the back in the game, basically. Alright, so I'm back, back in the main world here, back in Minecraft itself, I should say. And let's go ahead and replace this, because that's kind of bothering me. And as you can see, all the MC editing is done. I'm just going to go ahead and replace some of this stuff here, and then we'll basically get back into working on the inside of the house. And let me put in the door here, just for the sake of it. There we go. Let's grab some stone slabs. And we'll have those kind of steps leading up to it, or down to it, I should say. So there's that. Now, let me go back inside. And we'll get some wool. Guess we'll use netherrack. So we'll use... oh, no, that's not netherrack, that's nether brick. It's all the same to me. Whatever. Okay, so I suppose I should have the stairs going up here and the stairs going down next to them. I guess that's what I'll go with. Then we'll have the door from the garage right there. Okay, getting kind of dark. Let me go ahead and turn up my brightness. I always have it down to moody, so... oh, and in case you haven't noticed, the texture pack I'm using now is the Mortex pack, which actually hasn't been updated since I think 1.6 something or another. But it has a decent amount of the newer stuff. I know it has all the clays, I know it has some of the quartz stuff. And yeah, I've been kind of wanting to get back to using Mortex, so I just figured, yeah, well, aside from the completely broken fonts here, it's not too bad, really. Yeah, but, alright, so before I get too distracted, let me go ahead and finish up the garage, and basically all I have to do with that is put in the garage door and a torch or two just to light things up. And is my timer still going? Yes, it is. Great. So let's put in a torch here, and then for the last 2 odd minutes of the video, I'm basically just going to do the kind of the interior layout, put in some of the rooms and stuff. I don't know if I'll have time to work on the downstairs in this episode, but yeah, actually I don't think I will. But that'll be done next time, don't worry. Okay. So I guess we'll just have a 1 block wide window there, like so. Put in the doors. Just kind of being pensive with the bedroom sizes here. I just want to be able to make sure I can fit everything in here that I want to have in. So I guess this will be the master bedroom kind of by default, because it'll be basically the largest in the house. That's the bathroom there. So we'll go ahead and put in kind of the wood around the window, and then the window itself. So this is one bathroom, this is a master bedroom. There's the window. And I guess I could make this one 2 blocks wide here. There we go. So let's put in some glowstone here, because it's rather dark in this house. There we go. Excuse me. Now he's clearing my throat. Okay, so that's really the basic gist of the floor plan and such. Timer should be going off any minute now, 16 seconds, so let me just go ahead and halt that and see if I can reset it. Well, reset to 0, but yeah, in anticipation of next time. So anyway, that is the first episode of this Let's Build sub-series, or just series, whatever you want to think of it as being. So in the next episode, we're basically just going to be working on the interior, and I don't know why I keep saying we and we're, as I had already said. I don't know. And yeah, so I'm going to be working on the interior of the house, and maybe a bit on the outside too. I think what I'm going to do between this episode and the next one is basically put in the fence there, because why not, really? And yeah, so I'll resume work on this thing in just a moment. I'll have to sleep here so it can be daytime, nice and bright so you guys can see. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like or a comment or subscribe or whatnot if you haven't already. If you didn't enjoy the video, then please feel free to at least leave some constructive criticism before you go. Just what I'm doing wrong and or what I can improve upon. So anyways, thanks again for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode.